But staying inside of your own house with cable television, high-speed internet, and a fridge full of food sounds more like a staycation to me. So when someone says, "There's a goddamn quarantine going out there, things are serious, damn it," we are back in action, my friends. I am so glad to see you back. How's everyone doing so far with the current pandemic that's going on right now? I don't like it for a lot of reasons, but the one that gets me the most is going supermarket shopping and seeing an empty store shelf. Maybe it's just me, but do you know what I'm thinking about when I see an empty store shelf? It's all summarized in one word, and that's Mando, which stands for mandatory overtime. Because do you know how much Mando the toilet paper companies and the hand sanitizer companies are doing right now? I feel sorry for all the workers because vacation time is canceled and all these guys have is Mando, I tell you. This is what happens when everyone starts buying everything and things instantly fly off the shelf. And because of this whole pandemic, it made me realize that there are two types of employees working right now. Does anyone remember watching that episode of SpongeBob, the Krusty Krab pizza, where SpongeBob and Squidward have to deliver a pizza to the customer? Because that's what's happening right now. The employees that showed up to work are like SpongeBob. They're doing everything they can to make sure that they deliver that pizza to the customer no matter what. But the employees that didn't show up to work or just don't care are like Squidward, because we all know how Squidward feels about the customer. But enough about the pandemic, because quarantine is something I do want to talk more about and why I don't like it. And the first thing I don't like definitely has to be the name. I don't like the name quarantine because it sounds way too serious and it makes things sound scary for no reason. Quarantine, self-quarantine lockdown. What is this, a horror movie? Names like that are freaking people out, and that's why everyone is buying all the toilet paper and hoarding everything that they can get their hands on. Whoever came up with this name, quarantine, should have came up with a better name like stay at home please, because that's what this really is. A lot of people are staying at home, so I think calling it stay at home please sounds a whole lot better and less scary than quarantine. Another thing on why I don't like quarantine is that some people who are staying inside their house are making it sound so dramatic. I'm hearing lots of people say things like, "There's a quarantine going on right now," as if this is some Resident Evil stuff with the Umbrella Corporation. Staying inside of your own house should not feel like hell and be considered a hardcore quarantine if you ask me. Now, being stuck on a ship and not being able to leave for a full 40 days like they did back in the Middle Ages during the plague, now that's what you call a hardcore quarantine. But staying inside of your own house with cable television, high-speed internet, and a fridge full of food sounds more like a staycation to me. So when someone says, "There's a goddamn quarantine going out there, things are serious, damn it," I don't know what you guys are on about with this whole quarantine thing, but I'm going home and I have cable, so it's not that bad, honestly. That's like someone saying that they had one of the most life-changing and craziest camping experiences in their entire life, and that they still have freaking nightmares about it because they didn't think they were going to make it with how crazy things got. And when you ask them where did they go camping, and that's when you find out they went camping in their own backyard right behind their house. Another thing on why I don't like quarantine is that every time I want to go supermarket shopping, I feel like it's Black Friday except nothing is on sale. I see tons of people loading up their shopping carts with everything as if they are getting it all for free. I remember a few weeks ago when the news about the pandemic slowly started growing, I had to go to the supermarket to buy a bottle of soap to clean some dishes because I was running low. It was supposed to be a quick run to the supermarket, just buy one thing and that's it. But I will never forget what happened. I was walking in the soap aisle and this one guy just rushes in front of me. He cuts me off like it was the Fast and the Furious and just starts loading up all the soap into his shopping cart. This guy looked like he was going into combat with that serious and determined look on his face. And all I was thinking was that there is no way that this man has that many dirty dishes that he needs to buy all that soap. I thought he was going to stop after his 5th bottle, but nope, this guy was still going. I didn't want to get attacked for a bottle of dish soap, so I said in a loud voice, "I'm just going to grab one, okay?" So I took my one bottle and got the hell out of that aisle as fast as I could. I know it's not the most craziest thing to happen, but I never saw something like that happen before. And that's why whenever I see an empty store shelf, I feel sorry for the workers because I know they have Mando because of people like that buying everything. But let me wrap this video up. Leave me a comment down below. How does it feel going supermarket shopping now? Do you have any trouble buying the food you want or the items you need? But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. And if you want more, hit that subscribe button and I will see you all later.